good afternoon. How are we all going? So, as everyone's getting on, we're going to be rocking this out. They've had so many messages today of people wanting to know what went on. We saw the pictures. It was fantastic. We saw all the leaders in the red in that power, but they wanted to know what was going on. So, there's a reason why I'm using this special effect, because at the moment in your life, it's very fuzzy, yeah? At the moment, before you come to a retreat, an awakening like this, most of the time people have that. They just see a sketch. They have an outline of what they want in their life or who they want to be. And to let you know about our transformational retreats, this was the first ever understanding of the restart your life. And the reason why I simulate it as the Restart Your Life retreat, because obviously the participants, the brothers that came along, they wanted to restart their life. But beforehand, hey Kimberly, how are you, sister? But before people obviously have come there, you would say your life would be like that. It's fuzzy. You just maybe have a sketch of what you want. You have an outline. And would you prefer to live life in black and white and to have an outline, a little bit of a sketch? Or would you love to live life in power? Would you want to live life understanding of knowing who you are, knowing and having color, being vibrant? Because guess what? The subconscious mind, the heart, needs clear, precise orders. It follows symbols and color. And when you know your focus and where you're going in life, that is going to make everything different. And this is exactly where we're at. Most people are still functioning in life as a sketch, as this special effect is presented to you right now, is an outline. It's black and white. And that's why most people are failing in life. Most people are just making it up, because what they desire is still very unfuzzy or very clear, very fuzzy, just like this special effect. It's a sketch. It's black and white, just like this special effect. And unfortunately, I'm bringing your awareness, your consciousness, your knowing, your identity, and your attraction energy to this understanding. Because what I create, because I've lived this black and white sketch, I've lived this not knowing where I wanted to be and just getting out there, because people know, oh, I roughly want it, and and this is exactly why I'm using this special effect. It is that I sort of roughly know black and white, very fuzzy sketch, and this is how people understand life. This is how they live life. They get up, not really knowing what they want. They go, oh, look, I sort of want this, and I'm going to sketch this out, and it's really black and white, and it's fuzzy, but guess what? I'm going to get up, and I'm just going to put up with that. And as I was just talking about in my live stream with my True Authentic Reality, we were talking about standards, having a plan. So what I want to talk to you about is people that come, before they come through any of our programs, our True Authentic Reality, our coaching, but more importantly, our retreats. And our retreats, people come through with this in there. They might not realize it, but they come with a very, very clouded mindset. They don't understand what they want. It's not very colorful. It's not very clear. And what the retreats do, they give you conviction. What the retreats do, instead of you having a roundabout, oh, I'm not too sure where I want to be, they give you color. They give you certainty. They give you that understanding of who you are and what you're going to have in your life. Because unfortunately, most of the population, the human population, are moving around in their lives and it's fuzzy. They're making it up. They're not really understanding what they want and how they're going to get there. They might copy a little bit on Facebook, or they get a coach, or they do whatever, but they don't know what they're doing. And as you can see, and I'm going to be interviewing some of the brothers today, a few of them have got, they're still in Bali and they've got Bali belly, or I can rock this out myself. And through life, do you want to have this? As I'll go back to it, do you want to have this fuzziness? Do you want to just be a sketch? Because let's be honest, most of you right now are living a life in black and white, living a life, the scatter, not really knowing what you're doing, not having the fulfillment, yeah? And what the retreats enable you to do is have that clarity by focusing on what you want, unlocking your greatness, facing your fears, subconscious reprogramming, NLP. It doesn't really matter about the names and so on and so forth. And this is exactly where it's at. Do you know what I mean? This is exactly where people are at. You can either live this life, or you can find, if it's not my retreat, someone else's journey or something else. But guess what? When you've done 26 retreats, you get an understanding. When you fucked your life up and you've lived life for 30 years, which I have, I had enough of the sketch. I had enough of the black and white. I had enough of not knowing where I'm going. And that's where I want to be. I want to be in full color. I want to be in high definition. I want to be so every mofo can see me. More importantly, when I look in the mirror, I see what I want to be. And I focus on every day who I want to be and how I'm going to get there. And that's what you're going to see. High definition, color, full conviction and power. Because there are enough scattered people. There's enough people in black and white. There's enough, I don't know how I'm going to get there. It's a roundabout, sketchy idea. So, yes, there's a lot of people that are running retreats and ideas, and there's some amazing ones, but there's some really shit ones as well. And what you need to understand is our retreats, they were just the masculine energy, men becoming leaders and finding their masculine energy, but at the same time connecting with their feminine. You need to be in your divine masculine at times and your divine feminine, and you need to find that balance, because that is the yin and yang, that is the power. Then obviously, we are facilitating the retreats for women as well. And this one worked out to be the men, and it was fantastic. It was men that really needed to stand in their power. They needed to discover themselves. But more importantly, what we teach is emotional intelligence, is subconscious reprogramming, matrix imprinting, which is printing being their identity. The biggest thing which I customize is giving people the consciousness, the knowing, the identity, and the attraction energy of what they desire or what they need to actually get the result. I call myself a master identity creator. And what that means is you can't have that scarcity identity if you want to have someone with abundant identity. You need to change that. And it isn't just thoughts or getting a job or business, because even when you have that car, the money, the millions, if you still have that low fulfillment or that scarcity mindset, yes, you might have the millions in the bank, but you don't have the fulfillment. You don't have the click. You don't have your internal drivers. And this is where most people are going wrong. That most people are chasing the significance. They're chasing the title. They're chasing, I want that. I want that image. Guess what? If you aren't aligning to your true identity, you will never have fulfillment. And guess what? It doesn't matter how sexy your partner is, or how big your muscles are, or your six pack, or what car you drive, if it's a Ferrari, or if you have millions of dollars in the bank, or whatever the fucking thing might be, you will never truly be fulfilled or satisfied. And that's failure altogether, people. So that's the difference with understanding, giving people the strategies. The first day is called the VIP. Yeah? And it's not very important, people. It's called the vessel in power. And the reason why it's called the vessel in power is because, I'll turn this around so you can actually see that as well. The reason why it's called the vessel in power, because you're allowing people to understand that they've had the answers within them all this time. Yeah? You're understanding that people are going, well, fuck, I don't always have to look without myself. Yeah, I don't need to look, I need to look within. I'm always looking without. I'm always looking here. I'm looking there. And what happens is you're losing your greatness. You're losing that. Yes, you can have a coach. You can have a guru. You can have a mentor. But understanding that the answers have always been within you. And they will always be within you. And the vessel in power is teaching people, I call it the leadership triad, or the leadership pyramid, of teaching people how to decide and commit. Because people decide, but most people never commit. And of course, going deep, it's not just that. We spend hours upon hours just on deciding, committing, and understand the strategies and the science behind it. Then being flexible. This is where most people are failing in life, is they're not being flexible enough. Understanding, be adaptable, being able to do this, change through that, do that. Most people are just like, rah. And do you know what I'm saying? And they fail because you aren't. It's not the strongest, fastest, the richest, or the biggest. It's the people that are most adaptable to change, rule the system, and are the most powerful, yeah? Then we talk about action, because where people are going wrong is they aren't understanding what it takes, what action. They're taking action. Everyone gets up, takes action, but you aren't programming your programming system. As I said in my True Authentic Reality, you are a computer program. You are systems to teaching people that. So the first day, it's a lot more involved in that. It's an 18-hour day. We go take people to Bali, obviously to Bali, to amazing waterfalls. Well, we do spiritual awakenings and so on and so forth. You know, I'm always throwing in a lot of my, it's a lot of live interactions with others, like doing guided meditation, doing release work. You know, I've got a spiritual healer, a spiritual guide, Joko, and we, you know, you can't even talk about it because everything is so live, it's so now, and it's so real, yeah, and I absolutely love it. So the vessel in power, understanding that people are the vessel, you are the power. Once you look without yourself too much, you lose yourself. You have to understand that everything is within you. So then the first day is called the unlearning. What that means is peeling back the layers to unlearn. You're not learning anything, you're unlearning the shit that you've learned all these years to see how able and great you've always been. Peeling back the layers. So we use a process of a lot of spiritual awakening, a lot of reprogramming, a lot of psychology, NLP, matrix energetics, of being able to peel back the layers, of creating their success, which is a science, which then becomes an art. So we're peeling back the layers like an onion to expose people's true core. And all these days, they just aren't names, people. They are leading to one another and breaking that down. So we're peeling back the layers, exposing people's true core, their power, which then it comes to the second day, which is your true authentic identity. This is when things really start to get sexy, because people really start to understand. Firstly, you're peeling back the bullshit. Yeah, it's like, you know, when you haven't brushed your teeth, you get all that sort of like the plaque, or you know, when you haven't had a wash, you feel dirty. That's exactly what happens to people's soul, because they get these layers. You know, they haven't washed themselves, and that's what we actually do as well. You know, the vessel in power. We go to a 70-foot a waterfall where people are washing themselves, and the vibration from the waterfall is knocking the old identity. You know, when you pan, the shit goes to the bottom, the gold comes to the top. That's exactly what it does. You're hitting the old vibration off the people. You know, then the first day is peeling back the layers, is we're ripping back the layers of those old thought patterns, those limiting beliefs, those old strategies, the old habits, all the modeling since you came out of your mother, which has stopped you from being great. Then once you peeled back the layers and you've gotten to that goal and you chipped away all that bullshit, your true authentic identity. Most people will live a life and they don't even know what their true authentic identity is. What is it? How do you name yourself? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What are your internal drivers? How do you feel when you're in your true authentic identity? And this is why our retreats are world-class, top level. We've done 26 and we transformed so many lives. The problem is when people go back. Yeah, they need to want it. Not many people survive because it's a controlled environment. We tell you when to get up, 4 o'clock every morning. We're in bed by 10:30, 18-hour days. Some days we fast, and you'll go through that. You know, you're climbing active volcanoes, you're getting blessed, you're getting challenged, you're doing physical activities, you're so on and so forth. Your diet's changed, it's the way you go. You know, we're teaching people, you know, how to sit, how to stand. They're doing advanced yoga. Gung has rocked up early to take me to the airport, so I'm going to miss the rest of it. Oh, awesome, man. I see you're from Bali. Thanks for getting on, Peter. Appreciate it. See, Pete was there, and I think Ante and everyone else is on as well. So there you go. Thank you for being on, and thank you for rocking it out. And there is Dadu Boss, and he was there as well, so he can, you know, be a big witness of this at the same time. So the true authentic reality, we all think we know what our true authentic reality is. I'll say our true authentic identity. The retreat will give you a big wake the fuck up. And that's exactly what we're at. We're there to be able to give people an understanding, hey, enough of the fake shit. Enough of the stuff isn't serving you. You know, you're better than that. It gives people a threshold. So your true authentic identity the second day, hey Malik, how are you, brother? Much respect. Is giving people a threshold. Is having 18-hour days. Being okay with that. You know, every half an hour you're getting up, getting into state, changing your state. It's hot. You're doing exercises, mindset. You're fasting. You know, you're hardly getting any sleep. And that's what people are starting to understand. They're like, wow, my life has been one big comfort zone. It's been one big cushion, yeah? And these retreats are unlocking people's greatness Vessel in power is knowing that you are a vessel in power, understanding, peeling back the layers, peeling back those limiting beliefs that society has put on you, that modeling, what you heard when you were younger, what you saw when you were younger, what you experienced when you were younger, peeling all that back, because you aren't learning anything. You are learning to unlearn. You are unlearning everything that's held you back. Then we are exposing your true authentic identity. And what is sad, people, not many people in this world actually discover their true authentic identity. Why I say your true authentic identity? Because most people don't even know it. Most people don't know how to find it. Most people don't even know the path to get it. Yeah, unfortunately, I was faced with death. I was faced with diversity. I was faced with being suicidal. And that's how I discover my true authentic identity. And that's exactly from that moment I've been there. And I work on my true authentic reality. I get better on my craft. I follow my passion. I see the world is in a lot of pain and they need more leaders to stand up. So stand in your power, and whatever that is to you. It's not what people tell you. You will feel it. Yeah. And that's what I've created, because it gives you that platform and gives you that understanding. Then the third day, if you're not looking at vessel in power, the third day is called the rebirth. How I can just tell you as well, these names aren't just names to fit in. They are a systemized, everything falls into power. You ignite your vessel in power, you peel back the layers, you expose your true authentic identity, then you will feel reborn. You will go, oh my God. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh my God. I feel reborn, because we are going to be doing a lot of deep subconscious reprogramming, releasing negative emotions. We're going to be, tricking your conscious mind to reprogram your subconscious. I call it, the understanding of when you're clapping, your conscious mind is active and you're reprogramming. We're doing a lot of guided live. You can't even name it. It's a lot of guided meditation, a lot of release work, a lot of direct commands, a lot of spiritual work, advanced pranayama yoga. These things some people are probably not even understanding. Hey, Natasha, thank you for welcoming me back. And and I even feel like, as you can see, the retreats are fantastic for myself, the leaders that participate, because you come back bigger, better, more aligned. But then when we're back, it's hammer time. We've got this new awakening. We've got this, every day you need to stand up, you need to shine. I always feel reborn. And why we say the rebirth, the strategies, the techniques, the mindset, the application, everything, the systemized leadership, what all these come together, it is because the days will chip it away of what you need to do. You need to ignite your vessel in power. You need to peel back the layers to expose your true authentic identity. When you're in your true authentic identity, then you feel reborn. Yeah? And then what we do with obviously these four as well, we will go to amazing spiritual waterfalls, blessed waterfalls, high priestesses for blessings. We're climbing the climb of life, which is an active volcano where there's so much energy. So it's got nothing to do with the physical apparatus. It's got everything to do with the inner mind strategy and learning. So remember that. Then the fourth day is the empowerment, or the fifth day I should say, empowerment. And this day is where the people, the attendings, will go through, it's an awakening to expose yourself 100%. Then what you will understand, the empowerment, this is when the participants, the people that come on these amazing journeys, this is when you have your arsenal of weapons. This is when you will learn strategy. You'll discover yourself. You discover the energy, the vibration. You'll discover the consciousness, the knowing, how you don't need to eat, because this day is the second day of the fasting that you haven't eaten. That the days have been 18-hour days, and they start saying, "My God, I haven't afforded food. I'm not even tired. I'm running, I'm learning, I'm being present, I'm being powerful." And they're like, wow, look at my capability. Look what I can do. And people, every day is amazing. Every one of these days are exciting. But this is why these retreats, I want to take to the world. And the people that participate on them, they get these amazing results. Everyone is being guaranteed to have, but where people have failed, they have these amazing breakthroughs. They ignite their vessel in power. They peel back all those layers. They expose their true authentic identity. They have the rebirth. They're empowered. But the sixth day, and you'll notice, is the high vibration. But what happens is they allow their standards to drop when they go home. They don't do the work. Their book stays shut. They don't contact with people. They don't live it. So what you understand at these retreats, how your life will transform, how I've transformed my life and the people that have got the results is keeping your standards high. Don't just go, I'm healed, and then let the people affect you. Let your mum do your head in, your partner do your head in, the shit job that you don't like. Oh, I don't have my, I haven't got my weight yet, or whatever it needs to be, or I'm still overweight, I'm this, I'm that. It needs to be hammer time. When you get home, the stuff that you learned, it's not a technique, it needs to become a lifestyle. So the people that have attended, there's a lot of you that have been on here, there's some of you that's been on here way back, that you know be able to take the most out of these retreats, which is just a vehicle. You are the vehicle, and what we allow you to do is become that Ferrari. But if you don't know how to drive the Ferrari, we create the vehicle. If you don't drive the vehicle to get where you want to go, you stay where you're going to be. Do you get it? These retreats, these 7 days transformational, yes, it is controlled. You're up at 4. Most nights you go to bed at 10:30. We tell you when to eat. We tell you when to stand. We tell you what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? They are controlled. They're easy. But what you need to understand, you become an amazing vehicle. You become a vehicle that enables you to get from A to B. It enables you to give you your navigational system that you need to keep reprogramming every day. You become an amazing vehicle where the journey to your life and your desired outcomes is fantastic because you become the vehicle. But you need to drive it. You need to keep rehearsing and practicing the driving it. And that's where it's at. Yes, you didn't have to follow though. We need to follow up. Cool. Let me have a look. Yes, I didn't have a follow up, but we need to follow up. Cool. Awesome stuff. We'll get on that call. So, don't just listen and visualize, feel the brother's message. That's what it's about. It's all about feeling. It's all about understanding. I'm so passionate. You know, there's a lot of the brothers, and I've been saying this in all my live streams, is they gave me hope. They gave me joy and respect to humanity again. Because I'll be honest, I lost a lot of hope in people. I lost a lot of respect, and the reason why, because there were just so many people that were taking too much opportunities by granted. They were just doing a little bit, you know. And I'm all about helping people. When people don't want to help themselves, we have resistance. Because my passion, my purpose is to give these people, okay, how are we going to grow? And to see these 5 men push through my tests, push through the barriers, push through the physical, spiritually, mental, and they got through, and they're like, wow, lay all the cards on the table and say, you know what, I'm fucking here, it's my time, let's get it on. Because let's be honest, the world needs more men to rise. Yeah, and of course, women as well. We're not just about beast mode masculine. Yes, that retreat was that, and it was the rebirth of understanding, a rebirth of the brotherhood. But more importantly, is allowing people, men and women, to stand in their power. Then the last days, the higher vibrational frequency. And you know that you can't even see that anyway. Higher vibrational frequency. What that means is you will feel it. You will feel your energy. You will feel this vibration. You'll have this knowing. You'll have this awareness. Not that a lot of people on these groups and on these fucking, you know, and then not that they talk about higher vibrational frequency, consciousness and all that. I'm a light worker. Most of that is shit because people aren't being it. They aren't learning it. They aren't, you know, I was a big skeptic. You say spiritual, you'd say mindset. I'm like, what the hell is this? NLP, it's a cult. But 10 years ago, this stuff changed my life. It completely transformed my life. And how I've structured the retreats is the discovery of me being darkened down, lost, suicidal, into understanding who I want to be. And I'm going to go back to this. The brothers and the people that, you know, before these retreats, this is exactly their lives. Yeah, and this is probably your life right now. It's black and white. It's fuzzy. You know, oh, I live my life. Oh, I sort of want this. Oh, yeah, I can see the outline of it. Oh, but it's really fuzzy. Oh, look, I don't really know. And I have to focus really hard to see where I want to go. I have to focus really hard. I have to try really hard because I can't really see where I'm going. Or I start and stop. Do you know what I'm saying? Or, you know, where am I? It's black and white. You know what? I'm clear as mud. You know, or you have to try really hard. You like to use the word try and focus. So before these retreats, the men and women that come through, this is exactly what they see. This is what they feel. Life is one big sketch. They have an outline, they have a roundabout, maybe sort of black and white, but it's not clear. What they see in the mirror, they're not really happy with. Yeah? What they see in the mirror is black and white. But what we do, you show up, you see the color, you see the high definition, and you go, wow, this is what I'm talking about. Here I am. You see yourself, and then the world reacts to you. You don't tell people anything. You show yourself everything. You tell the world nothing, you show yourself everything. And these retreats, they aren't hype. They aren't, reverse psychology. They aren't, a lot of big hype, masculine, whatever. They're allowing humans to step into their masculine, step into their feminine, but more importantly, ignite their vessel in power. Remember, that is you. Stop looking without yourself. Understanding, peeling back the layers. The conditioning that you heard when you were young, that what you saw when you were young, what you experienced when you were young, the trauma, and what hasn't served you, those limiting beliefs, those strategies, those limiting thought patterns, all that stuff, we peel back the layers, people, peel back the shit and understand that what is your true authentic identity? Who are you? Who is your true authentic identity? Most people don't know. Most people go to their graves not knowing. I know most people that are lost, angry, in relationships they don't like, overweight, broken, the rest of it. That's not your true authentic identity. That is you existing. That is you living day by day. The choice is yours. You know that. That is exactly how you feel. You can go, that's me. That's because you haven't found and discovered your true authentic identity. Because you can't be someone of amazing riches and abundance if you have a scarcity mindset. If you have, what happens if this goes wrong, and you've got anger and the rest of it. You can't have someone of amazing health, life energy, being able to move forward, move your body, feel. But if you've got that identity of procrastination, is, I'm tired, I can't be bothered, I'm just going to drink or eat some food. You know what I mean? You can't be someone of the identity of great leadership. Great leadership if you're someone that comes from pain, someone that comes from being reactive, someone that spits the venom like a cobra because you've had so much pain in your past that, everything is just push back. That's not leadership. Leadership identity is changing your identity, and this is what happens. People have these weakened identities, and then they want this power, this empowered identity. It doesn't happen. You need to shift your identity, which is your thought patterns, which is your beliefs, which is your feelings, which is your actions, which is your energy. It is all of that together, your consciousness, your knowing, your identity, and your attraction energy, people. And this is what we teach. Beast mode is real, nothing but real. And exactly, you know that, Malik. Yeah, you know how much I challenge you guys. And the rebirth is that you can create the rebirth every day. This is what I said in my live stream just before. You are a program. You are a computer program. If you aren't programming your program every day, you will get a virus from society, other people. And then that day you'll have a virus. And that's what people call a bad day. It's actually a bad moment because you haven't put your suit of armor on. When you have got all this conditioning, life gets easy. Things will be attracted to you. Men will want to be you. Women want to be with you. Ladies, men will want to be with you. Women will want to be you because you are that energy. You are what's natural. You are what the pure understanding of what a human being needs to be. And that's what it is, going back to the core. Going back to being reborn. When you've come out your mother, being reborn, because that's when you're at your purest. That's when you're at your most powerful. That's when there's no limitations. You're in your power. And that is when the magic happens. And that's when things get sexy. Yeah? Then you're reborn. You are pure. No limiting beliefs, no limitations, no nothing. And that's when you have your arsenal of weapons. Understanding that, wow. Do you know what? There's energy all around me. My thought patterns are everything. My feelings, emotions aren't real. Emotions are just a word for me to feel something. Geez, I know how the mind works. I know that I don't have to eat for 2 days and I'm still being able to do that. So all these things come into perspective like, fuck. So when I go back home, I have 8 hours sleep. I eat when I want. It's actually a comfortable life, but I'm still complaining. Do you get it? So these retreats are based on an understanding of Marines, special ops, that you go there not a strong survivor. Because when you go back home, it's easy. You get to sleep 8 hours. You get to eat what you want. You get to complain. You get to watch all this fucking crap. But then you go, wow, hold on. Do I want that average mediocrity or that mediocrity life? Or do I want this exceptional life? Do I want this standout? Do I want to be a fucking leader? Do I want to have everything that I talk about? So there's a thing about, do I want it? Or am I going to do whatever it takes to get it? That's the difference, because there's a lot of people, which is easy. They go, oh, I want this. I want to fucking meditate for a couple of days and so on and so forth. I want it to be relaxing, and you expect, it's going to be a magic one. But this is what we create. We create a threshold from this systemization of days, not because they sound good, consciousness and all this and ascendance and all that other bullshit, because this is the science of success. Once you get this down, your life becomes an art. Yeah? As I said, you can pretend that you're a fighter and, you don't even know the strategies, or once you know how to fight, it becomes an art. You move and you be able to come with flow. And that's exactly like your life. Created as a flow, your life. This is the science, people. You do this every day in a matter of time. Without you even knowing it, your life becomes an art. This is the secret of the super successful. This is the secret of people, because a lot of people say, geez, these successful people, they're lucky. They're born into this. They're born into that. No, they have created it. They know the steps. They know the strategies. They've done the work. If we've run 26 of these, if they've transformed my life, if they've transformed so many other things, do you know what I'm saying, people? Then we're on something good. Yeah, we don't need to talk about it, because it's changed my life. It saved it. The thousands of people's lives that we've done along the way. So that's what it's about. The empowerment is learning a lot about NLP, psychology, the way the subconscious mind works, about the energy, Mother Earth, grounding, all the new whiz-bang things and understanding. But then when it comes down to it, is being live and understanding, okay, look, things are live, and this is the thing what I teach. You can't put a name to it, and people can back me up here, that we learn, and the way we teach is the way whoever's putting energy out or they're not. And then, okay, cool. So we'll rock out whatever comes through. Okay, we need to do an empowerment. We need to do a reprogramming. We need to, attach to the feminine. Then we need to teach to attach to the masculine, and so on and so forth. And everyone, you can't put that into words. You can't put it up on a poster. You can't put that into a box. So that's where it's at. You know what I mean? That's where we're at. And then the high vibrational frequency, day 6, is you see people that have that higher vibration. If you can feel it, it is power, it is knowing, it is character, it is identity. And when you're in that power, when you've got that vibration, no depression, that word that you use, exists. There's no limiting beliefs. There's no self-sabotage. There's no procrastination. There's no scarcity. There's no mindset that doesn't serve you. There is no anger. There's no pain. There is just conviction. There is power. There is love. There is certainty. And there is fucking brand new, reprogrammed, amazing souls. Yeah? And that's in a nutshell. And that's what you do. You need to come and experience it. This isn't something that's just, and I'm going to, Lee's getting all excited and he's a great salesman. If someone says you're a great salesman, I will put my fist through your face very nicely, yeah? Because that's not what it's about. We're talking about people's fucking lives. And what I will say to the people that are on here and the people that have been there, it's what you do afterwards. Because guess what? After you've not at the 5-star villa, not in a mansion, not in beautiful Bali, not getting treated like royalty, not having your food served to you, not having all these things, when you go back home, you have anchors. And most of the anchors aren't serving you. Most of the anchors are smells, people that haven't grown. Because guess what you have to remember? The people that don't do these retreats don't know. Most of these people don't know this shit. Most of these people won't live the life to understand that. Do you know what I'm saying? So most of the people, you need to understand that your mum is probably not going to understand this. Your dad, your partner, your friends and the rest, they're not going to understand that. They're still in their lost ways. They're still with their anger. They're still with their pain. They're still with their old conditioning. This is what you have to remember. Because you will see that, you will feel that, you will see and feel people's imperfections, negativity, and you will go, fuck. Do you know what I'm saying? So all these things will happen. There's smells, there is sights, you're in a house, you've got the same thing. Your mum acts the same way, your dad, your partner, your kids, and you're like, fuck. But it's up to you to be that degree of separation, to be that pebble thrown in that ocean of change. You need to be that ripple effect. And how you be that ripple effect, because what also happens is you will realize and you will see people and you will go, fuck, they're stupid limiting beliefs and they're aggressive. And these people, and you will become very judgmental. And that's when you need to go, hold on a second. That's when you need to change your life, because this is the secret. For your life to change out here, if you want to change this much out here, your inner world needs to change like that. Yeah? So if you want your outer world, if you want to experience consciousness, if you want to experience reality and change out here, then your inner world needs to change massively for you to experience a little bit of consciousness and a little bit of consciousness shift on the reality, a visual, yeah? So you want to be a conscious creator. Your inner world needs to change massively. Because when you go back home, it might be the same house, might be the same environment, the same shit friends, the same partner, the rest of that, but you need to create your inner world and influence your environment, your people, your energy into a way and bring them up. The best thing I advise people that come to all of these retreats, you say nothing to your peers, to your friends, to your parents, to whoever. You show them everything. Because even you tell them, oh, we did this, we did that. Even me sitting here for this, however long it's been, almost at 45 minutes, is that you guys are going to distort, generalize, delete it anyway. You're going to filter it and then take it away and feel it the way you're meant to feel it. And most of the time, it's probably not going to serve, and it won't give it justice coming to these retreats. So, to let you know, people, that's in a nutshell of what these retreats are about. You know, transforming lives. Obviously, if you want to know in detail, you know, my team and myself, we get on a call. We'll go through a consultation about if these retreats are for you. You know, we've had so many people that we had to bar and pretty much give their money back because they weren't going to. It wasn't going to be a assimilation, or wasn't going to be in alignment with the team. So to let you know, we've obviously run the retreat. The next retreat is going to be in April. June, so the next one is in April, then June, it's going to be the end of June, August, I don't know the dates yet, in November, and that's how we're going to be rocking them out. And obviously they're mixed. We alter it as the restart retreat was everything pressing the restart button. Yeah, starting the vessel in power the first day, everything was going back to understanding restart your life. Didn't matter if you're 12 years old or 100 years old. You know, I think the youngest was 22 and 45. That was the difference, and that's all it's about. It was understanding restart. So everything that we're doing was being able to move forward. Feeling it every day, and I'll do it all over again. Beautiful, and I appreciate that. And this is the thing as well. Thank you for reminding me. Once you come to one retreat, write it down. Once you come to one retreat, you can come to them all for no extra price. All you need to do is get yourself over there. Obviously, you know, you get your own accommodation because the new participants will be staying at the villa. And then I think it's about $500, which just covers food, transport, and the rest of it. But you get to come back, learn, even facilitate. If you're up to it, lead. And then if you're as good as Matty G and some of the other team, then you get even to coach. And that is how you're going to keep your growth going, is being able to be in an environment. And that's my gift to you. So that if you come to one, you can come to them all. Yeah. Or you'll be able to do, if you want to crew, if you want to learn more, if you want to participate, if you want to get up, share your story. And then obviously if you're in a position to lead, and if you are in a position to coach, then that's up to you. Yeah, then obviously you can coach people, and you know, in my environment, and then have people as your own personal clients as well. And that's what we're creating as a family. So that's what it's about, people. April, June, August, November. Obviously they might change. We want to make sure that we've got the right people in there. So that is the restart retreat, and as we call it, the ultimate polarity recorrection and identity creation. Ultimate polarity recorrection, what that means is shifting people in their right energy. Most women these days are in their masculine because they haven't had a masculine man to be able to shift the energy, and most men are in their feminine because they haven't found a right feminine woman to shift that, because that's the role you play. You don't have the right energy or the right partners, and you end up going in the energy which doesn't serve you, okay? So it's very, very important. Is there any other positions open to family or participants? I'm not too sure what you mean by that. So it's pretty much you come through as a participant, or, you know, like I said, through that. Send me an inbox, Lily, and I'll be able to help you through that. So a lot of it is that you come through, if you've gone through it again, and you can, any assisting positions. After you come through the whole journey, you can be an assistant, but you need to put yourself through the whole understanding, because if you haven't gone through the journey, then do you know what I'm saying? You need to be able to put yourself through that. So obviously there is a commitment and so on and so forth, because you need to have experienced it yourself, gone through it, then you can actually assist according to the truth. You can't just say, well, I'm assisting or helping people, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to just go, oh, look, I'll help behind the scenes and all that. No, you want to sit down and you want to be able to rock it out. So I sent you a couple, Lee, already. Awesome. All right. So that is the Restart Retreat, people. That's where we're at. You know, and what we do, everything is customized. We have very, very powerful questionnaires for the people that want to come through. We customize the teaching. Yes, there's a structure of the book, which I think is just like 150 different techniques and strategies, and obviously there's a lot more. The guys know a lot of it's live, and we put it in, you know, accordingly. And the retreat is purposely run for how the energy is or how it isn't. Yeah, and that's where it's about. If people are putting that energy, the higher the energy output, the more information we push. If they're struggling, like, I'll be honest, the guys, they missed out on almost a whole day, 9 hours, because of they let themselves down, they fucked around, they weren't in the right energy. In 9 hours, you can learn a lot in 9 hours. Your life can be transformed within 1 minute, and you've wasted 9 hours. You do the math. But we got there, we got the result, people, and that's why our retreats are one of the top worlds, which they have. They've been voted. Go and check that out. One of the top retreats. There's 26 that we've run. It's fantastic. What I will say, what has changed, that we don't settle for nothing but amazing standards, and 2018 has been that year. All the other years, we've let that sort of slide by. That was me being a better leader now. I know what I put up with. I know what I don't. I know what the team needs. I know what they don't. And that's what it's about as well. If you're going to be driving the ship, you know, you want to be getting pretty good at it as well. So if you want to drive your vehicle, which is you want to drive it every day. So if you want to know more about it, guys, obviously you can come through as a VIP. You can come through as a as a platinum package, and the VIP is obviously the 6 days. Then the ongoing support, you'll be getting put. Many guys are getting ripped. Thanks, bro. The retreats, we do the cleansing, so they keep you nice and lean. You have the 6 days. You have the accommodation all paid for, food, travel thing, everything. You don't need to put your hand in your pocket. Celebration dinner. Then you get 12 ongoing supportive coaching calls as well. You get an awakening session, a 6 to 8 hour awakening session, and a lot more. Now we've just discovered and we've created the every Wednesday is a mastermind. So all the people that come through as a VIP will be put in the mastermind, and the mastermind is for you to learn, for you to answer any questions and go over anything that wasn't answered at the retreat. It could be about business, relationship, sex, fucking wealth, whatever it might be, and that's about it. So in advance, all the stuff that I learned fresh off my coaches, you'll get, plus part of the VIP, you get the $4,000, the very, very successful and the very powerful True Authentic Reality program. And that's, you know, people that are coming off the street, they pay $4,000. Part of the VIP, you get gifted that to keep your growth going on. So guys, you can even ask, you get way, don't think about it, peeps, do it, cool. And you know, you have to be there, and that's what we say. You come on and you're gonna have a completely different experience. But one thing I can guarantee, and what Malik just says, you will get your mind blown and you'll be a completely different person, and the results are gonna be different for everyone, but the results are guaranteed. I'll do that. If you don't get the result, you can have your money back. I'll double it, like I said to Matty G, and we can just be friends. And you know, that's what it's about. It's not about the money, it's about the sacrifice for the commitment that you will be paying. Trust me, if for the commitment that you'll be paying, within 3 months, if you're following the structure, the process to your best ability, your life, you'll get that back times 10. And that's a guarantee. If the commitment that you pay and you follow the process for the first even month, but 3 months to the T, follow it, doing the daily routines, getting on the True Authentic Realities, understanding the mastermind, doing that, putting all the strategies there, doing the coaching calls, you will get it times 10. And that's 100% guaranteed. You need to be in it to win it. Your experience will be completely different than anyone else. So guys, I'm hungry, I've been rocking it, I'm pumped, and I'm excited. I'm Lee Bunny, the CEO of Team Beast Mode International, the messenger of strength and the truth, the founder of the creator of the Ultimate Polarity Recorrection and Identity Creation Retreat, the True Authentic Reality, and now the new Restart Retreat. We are rocking it, 2018. Let's grab it by the balls, let's own it. But what I say, whatever it takes, and rocking it out, people. So if this is something that you want to know more about, if this is something that you want to get into more of an intimate understanding of, is it going to be right for you? You know, because like I said, it's not right for everybody. You know, you need to be able to fit the standards. You need to be coachable. You need to be 100% ready to rock and roll. If you're not, then get ready and then we'll speak. So if you want to know more, send me an inbox. I can see the inbox going there already, and we will speak then. Take care. Live your truth. Much love, guys. And say nothing. Show the world everything. Have an amazing night.